Well, it looks like your next president's going to be Trump.
Hope not. Okay, the stream is on.
All right, I'll see if I can log in. Hey, can I ask, have you actually received any money for your YouTube streams?
No, no, no. Um, I'm not even halfway to the point where you could monetize if you wanted to. Hello, everybody. All right, welcome aboard, and we are about 15 minutes away from our departure time. We're sitting at Montreal. This is a return trip to Dulles. This is following our trip from Dulles to Montreal yesterday. Now that was Montreal Wednesday, so organized VATSIM event. This is not, but it just so happens that we've got good traffic, ATC coverage. Not right where we are, but the rest of the journey shortly after we get airborne is covered by ADC at the moment. Okay, so I think my stream is going. Just checking. Yep, stream is on. I can take that label off. Okay, so I haven't disconnected ground power yet. I'm gonna turn on the APU. So the treat for today is an extra camera.
Montreal traffic, Dynasty 611, correction, Dynasty 661, taxi to runway 24 left via the east line north ramp, Alpha Mike Alpha, and Montreal traffic.
So we have 3 different combinations of views for you today. We've got this one with the outside view of the aircraft in the top right, and then we have this one, which I usually put our operational flight plan, Navigraph, and VATScope on. And we got this one now. Now you get to see me. So this is a new toy that I have. It's a OBSBot Tiny 2, and I've set it up so that it tracks me, and I can zoom out or zoom in, but this is the best setting. Interestingly enough, you're supposed to use this by plugging into a computer, but I have it sort of plugged into a sort of a computer, which is my YOLO box. But unfortunately, YOLO box doesn't have a keyboard, so there's some of the features of the camera that I can't use. But fortunately, there are voice commands for tracking, head tracking, like I'm doing now, and so it's enough. It's enough, and you get to see my my messy background. Oh well. And we still have the wide views of the aircraft and zoomed in view of our Navigraph charts, and you can see who's on the ground now. We're going to be taking off runway 24 right. So we're taxiing to the west and then up through, let's see, the one taxiway that goes all the way to the end of runway 24 right. No ATC at the moment, either low down on the ground or at Montreal Center. So we are in control of our own destiny, but soon afterwards we'll be hitting Boston Center, outlined in red here. So similar to yesterday, it's going to be something like an hour and 15-minute airtime. Now it says 011718 Zulu, and our pushback time is 0130. We were going to have David with us, but there's some major issue with VATSIM 2020 servers that's preventing him from getting online. So he had the 0130 slot, and I had the 0135 slot. So I'll be taking the 0130, which is in about 12 minutes. So I still have my awful cough. Sorry to say. Okay, just doing some cleanup. And APU's on the bus, and APU bleed on. Disconnect ground power and disconnect ground equipment. Okay, so we've used our virtual performance tool and determined we can do a double D-rated assumed temperature takeoff. Assumed temperature is 37 degrees. Set up our V-speeds. Only thing I need to do now is take a look at my charts. Get my landing altitude. We're expecting runway 01 right in Dulles, elevation 312. Closest to 300, and cruise altitude for today will be 360. We've got a full load of passengers on this United 737 MAX 8 flight. And the flight plan and flight number we're taking is from our subsidiary airline, Republic. And so the route is real, but flown at a different time, and they use regional jets for that, but we're using a MAX today, obviously. Okay, I'm looking around now. Looks like we're good.
Montreal traffic, Air Canada 375 will be lining up runway 24 left, departing straight out via the Montreal 3 departure. Montreal traffic.
Have a safe journey, man.
Appreciate that very much. Same to you.
Okay, before start, flight deck door closed and locked. Fuel is correct, but we'll double check. $13,410, yep, close enough. And passenger signs are on, windows are locked, MCP is set, except for, do we have a initial altitude for Montreal 3 departure. $5,000 feet. Although we're going to be managing ourselves. Takeoff speeds are set. Pre-flight completed. Rudder aileron trim set, and taxi. We're going to be taxiing via West Apron, East Lane, South Ramp, and then on to Bravo 4.
Traffic.
And Bravo, all the way to holding point.
Montreal traffic, Air Canada 375 is airborne, climbing to flight level 600. Final call for Air Canada 375.
Runway 24 right. Okay. So let's get the smart car started up. Of course, we need smart cars to be able to automatically log this flight into our United Virtual database. Okay, start it up. Okay, we don't need to call the pushback, which is fine. Alright, David, I'm pushing back.
Roger.
Okay, in anticipation, backs off. And anti-collision light on.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Roger.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
So we're doing a nose left.
Locking gear.
Nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, so 126 departure. Okay, pumps all on. Start engine number 2. Montreal traffic, United 3691, out of stand 56, pushing back, facing north, east. Motoring 21% N2. N2 rising, 22, 23, 24. Fuel flow on.
And Montreal traffic, Dynasty 661. We're going to be departing runway 24 left from the threshold for a southwest departure. Montreal traffic.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brakes out.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, engine number 2 started. Start engine number 1.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, motoring into 23, 24, 25, fuel flow on. Into 56,
Montreal traffic,
57.
Dynasty 661. We are airborne, turning southwest, clear of the departure path on runway 24 left. The departing traffic, be advised, very harsh crosswind, right to left on the end of runway 24 left, about 14-15 knots. Last call for Montreal. Yep.
Okay. Okay, both engines started. Engine 2 on the bus, 1 on the bus. Keep those packs back on. And we're going to turn the APU bleed off and turn the APU off. Yaw damper on. Center tanks, we don't need them on. We'll turn the taxi light on. And engine start switches to continuous. Electrics on. Probe heat on. Okay. We're good. Flaps 5. Check the controls. Okay. Right. Centered. Left. Centered. Forward. Centered. Back. Centered. Rudder left. You can watch my rudder on the screen turning. And center and right and center. Controls check out. Okay, before taxi checklist. Generators are on, probeat on, anti-ice not needed, isolation valves are on auto, engine start switches to continuous, recall checked, auto brake set to RTO, engine start levers idle to tent, flight controls checked, ground equipment clear, before taxi checklist complete. All right. Keep my throat under control here. Obviously, it's pretty bad. Just do a fuel flow reset. And it would be useful oh, well, we just lost Boston Center. Okay, that makes it easier. We can get airborne before we worry about air traffic control. Okay. Montreal traffic, United 3691 out of stand 56 is going to be taxiing to runway 24 right holding point via west apron, east lane, south ramp, Bravo 4, and Bravo all the way to holding point runway 24 right, Montreal traffic. Okay, parking brakes off. So we'll be taking the Montreal 3 departure, which requires us just climb until signed with vectors. So we did say east lane. Well, we've got west lane now. Took my eye off the ball and now we're on the west lane. That's okay, there's not too much traffic around. But we will try to stick to the south ramp. So let's keep our eyes glued to the screen ahead. So it is the first right turn. Now, before I commit to doing the route I was talking about, let's just double check there's nobody on that. Yeah, we should be fine. There's nobody there. Okay. Clear. We'll keep going right here. Honestly, this may be the first time I'm flying back from Montreal. Probably not, but it's been such a long time. I usually do Dallas to Montreal because that's the event. But I'm not sure if this is the proper way that we're supposed to taxi to runway 24 right. I mean, I'm not sure if we should have gone a little bit further down on the parallel taxiway and then cut back up. Because I do know, no, actually this is just should be fine. Because when we land on 24 right, we go all the way to Bravo 4 and vacated Bravo 4, so we're fine. Speed up a bit. Glimpse of the where we are on the nav chart of the airport diagram. Okay, the next turning is ours. Testing, testing. All right, let's set up TARA, lights, strobe on. Okay, before takeoff checklist, flaps are set, and trim has been set to 7 as required. Before takeoff checklist complete. Okay, let's hold short here. Right is clear, left is clear. Okay, VAT scope is indicating clear. Okay, let's get Montreal 3 departure up. Montreal traffic, United 3691 lining up runway 24 right for a Montreal 3 departure to the south. Montreal traffic.
Approaching 24 right.
Let's get the shoes out of the runway.
On runway 2.
Okay,
4
Victor, all
right.
set. Alrighty, let's do it. Throttle's up to 40%. Forward pressure under control. Stabilize toga. Takeoff thrust set.
knots.
Release forward pressure.
V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
Kilo, Mike.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Weather observation. 214, Zulu. Wind 306 and 11. Visibility 15. Sky condition, teal clouds at 2,300. Temperature 20 Celsius. Dew point 14 Celsius. Altimeter 29998. Kilo, Mike Alpha, Lima, automated weather observation 214.
That's one.
Zulu. Wind 306 and 11. Visibility.
Montreal traffic, United 3691 airborne passing 2,300 for 5,000. Montreal traffic.
0 Celsius.
Go climb mode.
14 Celsius. Altimeter 29998.
Heading select.
Kilo, Mike Alpha, Lima, automated weather observation. 214, Zulu. Wind
Okay, let's
30,
do left turn
at 11. Visibility
to
15.
Fawns
Sky condition, few clouds at 2,300.
and climbing
Temperature
to
20 Celsius. Dew point 14
360.
Celsius. Altimeter 2998. Kilo, Mike Alpha, Lima, automated weather observation. 214,
Flaps up.
Wind 30, 6 at 11. Visibility 15. Sky condition, few clouds at 2,300. Temperature 20.
Okay, 360 set. Lights on. After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds are on. Packs are on auto. Landing gear is up and flaps up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Montreal traffic United 3691 passing 6,000 for flight level 360 inbound to Fawns 22 miles. This is United 3691 final call. Montreal traffic. Here we are heading for Fawns. And the overall flight plan today looks like that. And we have 485 miles to go. Expected time of arrival is 0319er. So that's an hour and 20 minutes. Roughly. Okay. Engine start switches. Auto. And let folks out of their seats. Boy, the ATC has just evaporated. There's still Cleveland, but I don't think we passed through Cleveland. Let's see. So after Boston.
Montreal Airport, we invite you to recline your seat, be back to enjoy our flight. You may turn on your electronic devices in just about 10 minutes from now.
Yeah, after Boston, it's New York. And there's New York would be just about it at waypoint next small. But New York is not up. And so the next would be Washington, D.C. Right at Wayne's. And Washington, D.C. is still there right now. It's almost like they saw us coming and they wanted to turn off. Okay. Okay, temperature is good in the cabins, about 21 degrees, duct pressure around 40, and cabin altitude is about 3,000, diff pressure 4.8, and we actually are showing good climb in the Caribbean Column. Okay, coming up to 4, so we'll do our first fuel check. Yeah, we have a surplus of about 300 pounds of fuel. .8. 400 pounds. So we dial back the clocks on the visuals by 4 hours because on the East Coast now it's 10 o'clock, which is very dark outside. Didn't need to do as much as 4 hours, but I couldn't be bothered to calculate to more precision, but we should have plenty of light to those. We're passing flight level 236 for 360. And we might as well start looking at weather in Dallas. Yeah, we do have VATSIM arrivals, one right and one center, which and we were choosing one right, so that's great. Bugsy. So this is the first waypoint in Boston Road. Bugsy 11.4. Okay. what do you guys think about this extra camera? I think it's a good idea. It's very rough ability for me to actually position that circle where I want to. It's not quite mapping to the size that I tried to get it to or the position, so it's very approximate. But I mean, I'm glad it works. You know, when I move, it follows me, and it's got a pretty good range, so that when I'm working down on the FMC, you should be able to see this stuff. There is one more camera that I'm going to add, and that is a close-up of my instruments. I think that's a useful one. We have a bit of turbulence here. Let's get folks back in their seat belts. Now the YOLO box that I'm using, and you can't see it. One day I'll take a picture of it and try and show it on my iPad so you can see it. But a limitation of the YOLO box is when you do a picture in a picture, you can only have one. If you want to have one of the pictures fill up the screen, you can only add one more view. So you can have one little picture and one big picture. There are other ways to get 3 views, but you don't get one big one, like the cockpit. So you can do like strips, 1, 2, 3, and various ways that you can divide up 3 pictures or 3 views. Unfortunately, in the type of view that I'm showing now, I can't put my face in the bottom right corner and still maintain that outside view on the top right. You know, you have to limitation. Maybe eventually we'll get over that, but not at the moment. Okay, now passing flight level 343, less than 2,000 feet to go to cruise out, and then we'll start setting up for our arrival. First thing we'll do is so we just lost Aegis or Dulles. So that means we probably lost we still have DC Center. But we don't have it. We have wind QNH 3001.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight attendants will shortly be making their way through the cabin to offer various beverages of your choice. There will also be a selection of goods available for purchase, and we can accept most credit cards, checks and cash. If there's anything we can do to make your trip more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Now we'd like you to sit back, relax and enjoy the flight.
Okay, I'm using station weather to take a look at real-world Aegis conditions at Dulles. We're still doing runway 1 right, which is good. Not optimal. That's okay. Very slight, very, very slight tailwind. So we'll go with 1 right. And 1 right is 110.1. Okay, and the course will be 11 degrees. Okay, 7 degrees set. And we'll do cat 2 and cat 3. Cat 3. Well, cat 2. Decision height is 412. Closest after that. Okay. Now we have even lost Washington setting. How about that? We had ATC all the way, and now we have none. That's okay. 7 aircraft coming into Washington Dulles. Do I see any conflicts? No, I do not. When we arrive, nobody else has arrived, I don't think. So we're good. Makes it easy. My main point of this flight was just to do a return from Montreal. It's been such a long time since I've done it, and yet I've done many flights from Dulles to Montreal in recent times. So this is a good camera angle for the arrival at Washington Dulles for 01 right. So if you see anything, possibly we'll see a bit of the Air and Space Museum, which is to the left of the approach to 1 right. And then you'll see some of the airport as well. So we'll leave it at this view. Look at some of the charts. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to intercept Tria. Okay, we go further, we'll go past the takeoff and then turn back to Tria, which means the intercept. Well, basically at 5,000 entry, and then continue to descend for the intercept at 1,500. So the intercept is 1,500. And the east approach is 3,000. Parking is Delta 24. So an hour and 12 minutes before arrival. So the date today is Zulu time, the 19th. Yep.
Kilo, Mike Alpha, Mike.
Oh, that's not that automated messaging. Okay, folks, I'm going to take a quick bio break, and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. And what we do need to know is the CTAF frequency. For Dulles. So that would be dot CTAF KIAD. And it's 134425. One three four four two five. Okay, so all that noisiness on 122.8 is gone. Okay, we're coming up to Syracuse. We'll do a fuel check there and then we'll run the numbers. Miles to Syracuse. So 9.9 is 500 pounds more than the plan. And we still have an hour to go. So let's assume we're going to be 700 pounds over for the purposes of our calculation. Okay? So, for the landing en route, Washington Dulles runway 01 right, ignore the gradient, flaps 30, and the landing weight for 700 pounds over would be 142.4. Aircraft ahead of us, about 1,000 feet below us, about 20 miles ahead. I don't see it. Let's look to our left. Still don't see it. It's just out of our range, visual wise. Okay, let's take a look at the runway diagram. Okay, it would be nice if we could make Kilo 4. Kilo 4 is about 50% of the runway, which would be $5,750, and only max auto will get us there. I don't want to stress our aircraft out. So looking at our next option, which is Kilo 2, and I would say that's maybe 70%. It's just over 8,000. Let's do it again with full reverses. Yeah, auto brakes 3 with full reverses. That works. Okay, auto brakes 3. And it's going to be $142.4. Okay. So we are trying to land by Kilo 2. So that means we're going to have to turn back. So basically we'll go Kilo. We're landing from the south. We vacate at Kilo 2. And we can cross at Delta and get onto Juliet and then turn into Echo. Okay, let's take a look at the Wayne's arrival. There is an aircraft 1,100 feet above us. Can't see it. Let's see who that is. It's Southwest 1348. Going to Boston. Okay, back to the Wayne's arrival. First waypoint is Phillipsburg. There's no restrictions, and let's go to the first waypoint with restrictions, Wayne's. 250 at 10,000 feet. Yep, 250 at 1,000 feet. And then the next is Maple, 7,000 feet. And then Mowat, 5,000 feet. And then Hustle, 4,000 feet. And then no restrictions, but we go to at Tycon we go vectors, so we'll south vector, and then we'll turn around for Tria. Tria we need to be, we'll call it 5,000 feet. Okay, then we're already going to be on the approach plate. So here you see trail, we need to be 5,000 feet. And then we just dial down to the intercept altitude of 1,500. And then once we capture the localizer, we would have already captured the localizer, you would think. Looks like Antria, we could just maintain that 5,000 and then wait for the glide slope to capture. Theoretically, we should be able to do it that way. That's what I think. Okay, so, and then the missed approach is going to be climb to 800 feet, and then right turn to 3,000 feet on heading 060. Inbound EMI VOR. Radio 219 to EMI VOR. That should be programmed into the FMC. It's similar, so this whole setup is similar to the Hyper 9, which is what you typically get from Boston. Okay. Okay, center fuel was 9.3. Now that's only 500 over. Okay, it sucks. We'll do another calculation. So remember, we're going to do our max reverses. I think we can take it down to the altitude restriction at fix, which is going to be 12,000 feet. But only once we get to the top of the descent will we start descending. Okay, Zux 8.8. Okay, so that's 500 over. 500 over is going to be 142.2. No change. Put that on the legs page. Top of descent in 15 miles. Make a Unicom announcement on our descent. Unicom traffic, United 3691, currently at flight level 360. We'll be descending in 4 miles on the Waynes 1 arrival into Washington Dulles, expecting runway 01 right, and estimated time of arrival is 0322 in about 42 minutes from now. Unicom traffic. Good evening, Lazard. How are you doing? Welcome aboard. We're just starting our descent into Washington, D.C., Dulles Airport, and we should be on the ground in about 40 minutes. Welcome aboard. Thanks for chiming in. All right. So we check the QNH descent checklist. Okay, pressurization. Landing altitude has been set. Recall. Auto brake has been set to 3. Landing data is flaps 3144. So we will land with a +5 VREF, so it'll be 149. And approach briefing has been completed. Descent checklist complete. Another opportunity for a fuel check at Phillipsburg. Oh, it sucks also for me. We got this. So Phillipsburg was 8.6. Now it's 600. another check at Jarrah. Yeah, it sure looks like Dulles is offline. It's funny, you know, when I was about to take off from Montreal, all the ATC from Boston Center all the way to Dulles was online, but slowly one by one, before I reached them, they disappeared. But that's okay. It makes for a nice, calm flight, not too stressful. Are you flying now? Wind from our right, about 75 knots. You can see we're crabbing. Okay, let's get seatbelts around radio because of turbulence earlier on. Miles to Jarrah. Okay, that's cool. So you just logged into my stream and then monitoring VATSIM? Good way to do it. Okay, Jarrah was 8.5. Jarrah 8.5. Okay, so now it's the decimal 8 above. Decimal 8 would be 142.5 for 142.5. Right, we're passing through flight level 222 for 12,000 feet. Okay, let's dial that further down to 5,000 feet. I'll call into the Dulles CTAF frequency 134425. Well, once we're within 100 miles of Dulles. Wow, how did it figure my top of descent was going to be only now? Okay, we have 117 track miles to go to land 01 right. And now the expected arrival time is 0321, which is in 32 minutes. Local barometer. Okay. Temp is above freezing, but we are getting some weather. The yellow might be precipitation, in which case we should probably put start switches to continuous. Okay, DAF fix coming up. Prevo, we were 900 pounds over.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you store any electronic devices until we are safely parked at the gate, as the use of such devices could interfere with the electronic landing equipment on board the aircraft.
Here comes DAF
In
fix.
final preparation for landing, please ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened, your seatbelts are in the
Yeah,
upright position, and
it's
your
built
tray
into
table is secured. Any
my,
handbaggage should be underneath the seat in front of you, or
my
facing the overhead
avionics
The flight attendants will be
software,
passing
which
through the
runs
cabin one last time
all
to
the
complete their
instruments
final
here,
compliance
the
check
overhead,
and
and also the
clearing
pedestal and the
tachograph.
throttle quadrant. It also does PA announcements, and you can decide which ones you want to put on. Okay, DAF fix. Okay, now we are for 900 pounds over. 900 pounds over. That would be 142.6. No change. Yeah, the PA is pretty good. You can choose different accents, and you can choose between male and female voices as well. This software that's doing the instruments for Macs is SIM Avionics. And then the external view for me, I'm using P3D, and they are on separate machines. And I don't think I've met you before, so welcome aboard. Nice to see you, and nice to see you chiming in. Look forward to you joining our streams in the future too. All right, Waynes. Okay, that's the last. Oh, I don't have to commit to that being the last waypoint. So we're going to be flying a beam closer, much closer as we travel south towards Washington Dulles. We'll be passing by my home in Leesburg, and I'll point it out in the general direction. You can't see us. Maybe if we were in at Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, but this is P3D V5. Let's do another QNH check. 3001. I also have another source for real world QNH. That's what real 8 is. 3002 is the real news. Beautiful. Left turn at Maple. Okay, let's switch over to CTAC. Washington Dulles, good day, United 3691, descending on the Waynes 1 arrival, passing through 6,900 for 5,000, expecting ILS runway 01 right. Expected time of arrival is 0319 Zulu. That's in about 22 minutes, so Dulles traffic. Show you where we are now. Just past Maple. Do a view check at Maple, which is 8.2. Waypoint is Mowat at 5,000. So we can continue down to 4,000, which is I think what I'm going to try to intercept the fire from. Yeah. Weather in Dallas looks good. Nice visibility so far. Double checking ILS frequencies. 011. Alright, so we'll try to spot the Air and Space Museum on the way into 01 right. There's the Leesburg Executive Airport. Kilo Juliet Yankee Oscar. You can see the airfield to the right there. Over here. Another aircraft coming around us. Southwest. 339. Baltimore to Syracuse. No issues for us. And this is the Potomac River we're coming up to. And let me look at my chart here. Yeah, I will tell you when we're directly abeam my house. So I'm going to look out the right view. So it's going to be just beyond the Potomac River. It's exactly abeam, I'll tell you. other side of the river. That's Leesburg. Airfield. Faller, so what we're going to do is we're going to replace it. It's Tria. Tria 5000. It is. Take it up, back up to 5,000. You see beyond the river, yeah, for sure. Very good visibility today. Yep, absolutely.
Dallas Travis Flight 2 taxiing to 30 Dallas.
Dallas traffic, United 3691 is downwind, approaching waypoint Yak, level at 5,000 feet. Expecting to south vector to ILS 01 right. Expected landing time is 03150, Dallas traffic. So 0315 is in 10 minutes. Somebody's coming in the opposite direction towards us. Who is that? Being silly. Okay, so he's going exactly in the opposite direction from us. Alpha Sierra Hotel 6103, what are your intentions? You're on a head-on with us. United 3691.
Traffic.
Andre Cash.
Increase climb. Climb.
Okay, let's go.
Climb. Increase climb.
There he is.
Climb.
What is he doing?
Climb. Increase climb. Climb.
Messing around.
Increase climb.
Okay, let's get back down. 5,000. So from Taikon we'll go heading mode. And then we'll turn into connect with Treya, Waypoint Treya. We can actually go on to heading select now.
Dulles traffic flight 2 departing 30. We're on the Woolly 2 departure, so we'll depart to the north. Dulles traffic.
Alright, let's maybe slow it down. To 20 knots. Heading select. Let's do flight top speed to 10 knots. Treya is what we want. So Treya. Okay, let's do that. Go there, turn to Treya. Dulles traffic, United 3691, turning right base, runway 01, right. Dulles traffic. So about 20 miles out. We can do laps 1.
Captain Cruz, 30 feet, allowing you.
So low.
Dulles traffic flight 2 is climbing to 3500, departing the area to the north. Final call, Dulles.
Let's do a quarter turn here. More rock. Okay, flight 5. Okay, glide slope captured. And gear down. Yeah, what's happening? Flaps 10. Flaps 15. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened actually. VNAV got disengaged. I'm not sure how that happened. But anyway, we are on the glide slope on the ILS now, fully engaged, 11 miles final. And Dulles traffic, United 3691, fully established on the ILS 01 right, 11 miles final, Dulles traffic. Okay, we're flaps 15, flaps 30, speed check 175. flaps 30. So 150 knots. Okay, all our lights on. Landing checklist. Engine start switches to continuous. Speed brake is armed. Landing gear is down and flaps are set and green. Landing checklist completed. Okay. So, yeah, I'm actually surprised. I'm not sure. Maybe I hit something and VNAV got disengaged because we definitely were coming in low and it shouldn't have happened. Okay, so just reminding myself, probably Kilo 2 is where we'll get off, unless we can, yeah, Kilo 2 is what we'll try for. Okay, we are 2500 radio altimeter. Reset. Is to approach altitude to 3000. That's our own continuous. Lucky I didn't have to go to manual. I just overrode. Okay, so you can see there's a building to the left on approach to 01 right, and that is the Air and Space Museum. I used to go there to photograph planes coming in. Haven't done that in a while. You can't see them land, but you can see them on final approach. So I'm thinking with this camera angle of the external view of the plane in the top right hand side of your view, you'll be able to catch Air and Space Museum. Okay, what is that?
1000.
Okay, he vacated.
Approaching 01 right.
Okay, autopilot disconnect. Air and Space Museum to the right, to the left, sorry. And maybe outside view.
400. 300.
Auto throttle disconnect.
Approaching minimums. 100.
Landing.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay, let's give maximum reverses.
Approaching 19.
Ladies and gentlemen, it will take the captain a few moments to taxi to the gate, and we ask that you remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the seatbelt sign has been turned off and the aircraft comes to a complete stop at the gate. That will be the only indication that it is safe to get up and move about the cabin. We also ask that you keep the aisle clear of any hand luggage. This is the termination of our flight.
United
we ask that you check the seatbelt
3691
pockets and overhead
has
lockers
vacated
for any articles you may have
01
brought
right
with you.
at
Extra
Kilo
care
2.
should be taken when opening overhead lockers, as some items may have shifted during our flight. On behalf of the captain and his crew, we would like to thank you for flying with us and wish you all a pleasant stay. Thank you.
Okay, so let's set up our gate. Delta 24. Okay. APU on. So looks like we'll go Kilo 2 Delta Juliet, and then right onto Echo. Dallas traffic, United 3691 is taxiing to gate Delta 24 via Kilo 2 Delta Juliet Echo. Dallas traffic. There's the main terminal straight ahead. Oh, thanks, mate. If you hang around until we park, I'll tell you what the landing feet per minute was. Thank you, much appreciated. Yeah, there was a little bit of craziness before we intercepted 01, right? Always recoverable though. Okay, APU on the bus. APU bleed on. Transponder to TA. Right onto Echo. Yeah, I'm gonna watch back this video. See if I can tell what happened. Because we had the altitude set at like 4,000, and at some point VNAV just got disengaged. The I know the localizer captured, but glide slope was not yet captured. And somehow the VNAV became disengaged. Possibly, no, I mean it couldn't have been because I overrode manually on the controls. Because it would have, why was it already going down below that before I tried to take over? Very strange, it could just be a glitch. We're going too fast. Look, people. yesterday I departed from this gate. Turn the taxi light off, not declining the march alert. Slow down. Not completely. Okay, there is our marshal. So we're already on APU power. I've flown out of Dulles so many times compared to how many times I fly back. Okay, parking at 326. Connect some ground power. Now we can turn the APU, just check the power's coming through ground power. Yep. So let's turn off the APU bleeds and turn off the APU. And so let the folks out of their seats. And what did I say? 324. I'm going to say 324, I might fix it.
The boarding requested.
Okay, we've requested deboarding. Taxi light off.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Okay. We'll call it 325. And we'll do the set times. Takeoff was 0147, landing 0317. Elapsed time 1 hour 30 minutes and 4 seconds. And fuel remaining was 6,700 pounds. Okay, so so what is your question? How did you get the external view along with the main screen? Just curious. Oh, I am using something called a YOLO box Ultra, and basically I'm feeding. Yeah, this is what it's a video mixer, and I'm tricking. Let me see this if I can do this. So this is my YOLO box Ultra. It's really cool mixer, and I'll show you a big view of myself. But let's see if I can show this on this screen. Okay, That's my video mixer. It's called a YOLO Box Ultra. Anyway, the main reason why I wanted to show you that is because I basically have tricked the P3D machine into thinking that one of the HDMI outs from the P3D machine is going into the video mixer directly. So it's treating the video mixer as a monitor, and then I can manipulate the monitor. So what I do is I create another view in P3D, and then I detach it and I slide it over, so it's actually a virtual window that's to the right of this one, but actually it's being displayed on my YOLO box, which there's an HDMI input to the YOLO box. So I have several inputs. I've got my my iPad that's feeding into it. I've got the external view. I've got the picture of myself. So there's any number of combinations you can do, but that's basically how I get it. Yeah, I get that question quite a lot. It does seem weird, right? Because you know how to do it. If you're purely in P3D or in VATSIM, you can always put another window embedded there or on a separate monitor. But when you see a three-dimensional view, like of my cockpit and the external view, and then with another overlay of an external view, it is kind of intriguing. Okay, so the $64 million question is, what was my landing rate? I'm always very anxious when I think about it. Okay, so here it is on smart cars. And again, this is feeding directly into United Virtual, which is the virtual airline I'm a part of. And so the log from this flight is automatically updated in the United Virtual. So my landing rate was 90 feet per minute, which I'm trying to get below an average of 100. This was a little bit helpful, but I think I'm sitting at about 106 right now. So landing rate minus 90.
Good evening.
Excuse my terrible cough. Can't seem to shake it. I'm seeing the doctor tomorrow. We'll see what we can do about it. Anyway, Lazarword. Is that how you pronounce your name? Thanks for joining the flight. And, subscribe. And that way you'll get a notification of what my plans are for the next flight. I usually put it on the community tab. I try to do it at least a day ahead of when I'm planning to do the flight. And I always post the origin, destination, and the expected departure time in Zulu time. So anyway, thanks for joining. Much appreciated, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. So thanks for the comfort ride. All right. So all the best.
Good evening.
We'll catch you guys later. Until the next one. Ciao for now.